of these teams. It's only Morels. He actually played in Pro League Season 8 regulations. But we will be getting straight into the pistol here. Ago, he's just going to immediately go and try and take out Blacktier. PHR, he's in support.
The rotations come over, but they're just going to be flanking all the way down. That's the opening. Blacktier, he goes down. Mars, he cannot support zaNNN with these dual breaders. He can't really do anything here. Morels has rotated down quickly, though. This is a key engagement here, but he is removed as well. 3 on 5, that bomb, it can go down.
It can, working their way into the bomb site. Mars, he's just peering in towards ramp, trying to see if anything will come their way. Illuminar not quite convinced because for the win, they've come up the vents.
Yeah, maybe overthinking it here. They've rotated back off onto the A site. And zaNNN, he's got these dual Berettas coming through on this flank, and they're even going to go back down to B. It's back and forth here, keeping everyone guessing.
It's snakes and ladders here on the server in this pistol. Nobody knows where it's going to end up, not even for the win potentially. zaNNN tapping away with those two pistols will eliminate Story, but it's still the man advantage for the T's.
Yeah, it's a key kill to get now. Has a smoke. PHR on the other side of the map. They're going to be approaching this from 2 different angles.
Got to move quite quickly because there's no kit in play either.
Not being given anything here. And zaNNN, he seems like he's not interested in going for this one. PHR looking for an opening. That's his chance here, but not delivered it. And with the clock ticking down, they're just going to give this one up.
Yeah, it makes sense trying to hold on to the armor. They've even got a smoke grenade they can retain onto. For the win, they cause absolute chaos on the server. Immediately from the first round, PHR can't even escape with his life. The Portuguese, they take the pistol.
Yeah, it almost looked like they kind of overthought it for a second. They're going up onto the A side. They lose a player through main. And it kind of looks like maybe there's an opportunity there for Illuminar to find their way back into that pistol after losing that early ground. But in the end, they go back down to B, they get the bomb down, and it's a clean round.
Just about. I mean, look, all is intended. They got the pistol round in the end. Have to see if they can convert it. However, both of these teams have a 100% conversion rate in round number 2 after winning the pistol. Have to see if Illuminar Gaming can break that streak now.
They're forced into it. That armor saved over Morels. He's aggressing up here with the 5-7, going for this duel, but the MAC-10 does reign supreme. A nice wallbang there from Mars. Does a bit of damage, but not able to connect the kill.
Forcefire has come in. FAMAS just echoing all the way through. That grenade, it's going to do a little bit of damage, but for the win, they've made it down secret.
Player advantage 4 for the win and the ground taken. Can slowly edge their way down here. Very defensive setup from the CTs. There's no one on the lower side.
Not yet. Blacktier might be tested. PHR doesn't know how many members have disappeared down in towards the lower site. This could be a big gunfight here.
They just don't need to overthink this one. As long as they just go down to B, find that it's open, plant the bomb, they should be in a good position to convert this round.
It's nice that they are being disciplined, though. They just want to make sure that everything is clear before they make their move. Illuminar Gaming could be tested here towards this ramp position. Blacktier with the MP9, he sprays, but Arostos, his SMG is better.
Oh, he had to find that one, but Mars, he's able to get one here. If he can find the second, we're talking about a CT comeback here. That's 2. All right, now there's an opportunity here. The bomb does go down.
At the very least, and now Illuminar Gaming, they need to group. They need to huddle up together as they attempt this retake.
zaNNN's recovered an AK. Bit of an upgrade from that scout. Might be given a head here, and that's Diaz. He goes down. We're into the 2-on-2 now, but there's no kid in play.
It looked like they were thinking about saving as well until that kill came in on ramp. It's actually going to incentivize them, but PHR loses his life in the vent, and this will be the AK save for the win back-to-back.
Yeah, these rounds can often go that way when you feel like you're not in the advantageous position to go for those retakes. But then you're given that kill, you're gifted an opportunity. You think, maybe we can give this one a look in, but zaNNN does have to second guess that one, and at least gets through a hold onto that AK. A flashbang, some dual Berettas he can drop over to a teammate, and they can do something into the next.
It's a golden opportunity now for this Portuguese side to further extend their advantage here on the T side. It's just going to be that eco coming in for the CTs. They want all the pieces of utility going forward into the gun rounds.
And a great start for the win. We mentioned 35% win rate on these T-sided rounds, but already 2 in them and in a good position to get this third. This is exactly the start they need.
See if Illuminar can try and put the AK in a position of power. It's a 3-man stack early towards ramp, and Story, he's just running over main.
Charging through, and zaNNN, he's gone down to Diaz early on. Story just going to be making his way all the way through main now. Those are dual Berettas, and they don't even get a chance to look into this round. Morels comes over with a pistol of his own, but not able to do any damage to Galil. It reigns supreme.
Yeah, just a little clean-up job. They keep the economy flawless because no rebuys are needed for this Portuguese side. They keep 5 players up. It's a wonderful start, early stages. But as soon as I say that, Black Tier through the window will eliminate Story.
Love the little P250 one tap. Maybe not the gun we think of when it comes to the pistol one taps, but it can certainly do it.
Definitely can. Look, as that bomb's ticking down, we never really gave our predictions. Lucy, what are you feeling for this one?
That's for the win every single day of the week. Can't not get behind that Cinderella story. Not after we saw, we know the two of us, we were here, we witnessed it firsthand. That incredible comeback against Sprout. The story of this young Portuguese roster, and it's beautiful.
It really is. They've had the harder run through this lower bracket as well. We mentioned it just before the game kicked off. They picked up victories against Sprout, who are one of the favorites to take a spot quite comfortably. They looked a little bit flat.
Illuminar on the other side, I mean, they go down to outsiders early on, but then their follow-up matches to get here through that lower bracket run. Vertex, Tyloo, pretty easy 2-0 results there for Illuminar.
Especially against Tyloo. Very unfortunate for that team. Have to go away and work on something. Maybe change up their permaban, according to Mr. Hender.
Well, one difference between those matchups and this is that Mirage came out every single time for Illuminar. They have not opted for this here because it's for the wins perma.
We've got the gunnies out, looking to make things happen. That grenade's going to do a good bit of damage early.
And smoke deployed there. That's going to slow things down. Oh, Agile. He's actually get taken down through that smoke.
And Morales is on an off angle as well outside, so whilst For the Win can capitalize on Secret, PHR will lose his life at Squeaky. But if they cross in towards main, then Morales is here in Garage.
Yeah, Smoke Fade not working out in his advantage. Back into the 4-on-4. DS has made his way down through Secret, completely silently.
That's really good as well because he can clear all of these angles. He can even make some noise and he can just mess with the rotations. Illuminar, whilst they are holding firm right now, you can see that Black Tier, he's not quite sure.
He's rotating down to B, and that AWP has actually moved out of heaven as well. This means his upper side is now less defended. There's just a single player back behind the silos.
50 seconds left. This one could really go anywhere for the win. It's going to be one of these upper hits. Utility comes in, and in fact, Sad's going to get caught out with his nades, but he still gets jerked.
That's a key kill, but the trade does come through quickly. We're into the 3-on-3 in Must. He can rotate over. This player out towards Garage, he hasn't even had a chance to activate yet. Sentry ready to be deployed. With the AWP, it's not really the weapon you want to go through heaven first with.
Story's thinking about going on this long lurk as well. Black Tier, though, he's holding for it. The timing, it does favor the CTs, and it gives them a man advantage into the retake.
That's a critical kill now. Rossos, he's holding the line here for Morales. He's on the other side. It's going to be swinging out and finding that kill. Master with the AWP has chimed in, and Black Tier, he's able to close it out.
Really nice stuff. You feel like... Well, actually, we said it from the pistol. For the Win, maybe trying to overcomplicate these afterplant. Story, he's going on a solo adventure, trying to go on this massive flank, and it doesn't really happen. That kill comes in, incentivizes Illuminar to go for the retake, and they manage to convert it.
And great stuff from Black Tier too, just being aware of that flank coming through, just holding for it. You can see he had in the back of his mind that that potential was there. Didn't just tuck tail and make his way towards Hell. Held the back line, and that opens up that opportunity for them to capitalize.
And when Illuminar played Vertex here at Conference, they took 11 rounds on their CT side, so they are quite formidable on it. They managed to bounce back. The guns come into play, and they get around on the board.
Full buy out for the win again, though. And opening it up with the HE onto Mast. Just the spam there in towards main does all the damage.
PHR dropping a defensive smoke of his own. Morales, this time, he's rotated down to Secret early. He can peer out behind red.
Yeah, Morales has to do something here from this Secret play. The smokes come down outside, and he's going to get the info that no one's home.
But look at Diaz. He's actually walking through them, and as this hit comes in, it's going to be this A-main split.
He's going to be quick on the flank, though. Oh, the spams in the smoke, good for 2. The contact, Diaz does activate now, but now Morales on that flank. That's his time to shine. Into the 2-on-2 now. The rotations come over. That bomb has made its way onto the site. The spam not able to do the damage. Has to be careful here.
But he's holding for heaven. And in fact, that spam, but Story lands the headshot. Morales, he started in towards main, and now he has to clutch up.
They know exactly where he is as well. Both players tucked behind the silos. Morales has to pull off an incredible clutch here. Has the read on these players, but they go to the swing at the same time. But he manages to use the cover to at least isolate one. Into the 1-on-1 now. Damage done. Has a kit though. Has to find the kill, and he does it.
You like the intention for the win. You can see what they were trying to do. They take a wide swing out. They double go for it. But unfortunately, the boxes at Squeaky just completely isolates one of those fights. And they don't get it done. The Polish, it's now consecutive retakes in a row. But can this be a consistent factor for them? Surely not. They can't always rely on these situations.
Love to see the Illuminar fans in the crowd coming out and supporting the team. Out here on the big stage, they need your support. This advancement spot on the line. And everything to play for.
Jerks, he's the player, he's the point man for the win, and currently he doesn't have a kill, but it's going to be fast out here towards high. It's just the Tech 9s, but they're getting absolutely mowed down by ZANNN.
Absolutely sprayed down. Even the team kill coming through. It's so unfortunate. They're only good for the 1 kill. ZANNN, he triples up, and the rush is put to rest.
But we know the team kill for the win redemption arc. That could potentially be a thing.
Yeah, do we really want to bring back up Jerks, the -1 scoreline at the 15.5?
0 to hero.
0 to hero indeed. We'll need to see some heroics from him and the other individuals of for the win. As now Illuminar have evened it up 3 to 3.
Didn't get the bomb plant down in that one, but they can still afford some utility off the back of Eco. Morales is getting aggressive outside.
Well, HE does a chunky bit of damage. Morales looking to close that one off, but he's not going to overpeak this one. Playing careful here. Diaz on the other side. These smokes, the only thing protecting him at the moment.
It's all on a little bit of a timing as Morales advances forward. There's 2 for the win players. He needs to check his back.
Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect, but he's not aware of it. He doesn't full clear it. They've passed each other, and 2 of them have made it down secret.
It's flank on flank because now Morales, he's going to extend in towards lobby, and for the win have got no idea. At the same time, there's 2 Ts in secret.
One of these flanks is going to end this round. Which one will it be? Morales, he looks like he's the one that's going to disrupt everything. That is the bomb. The trigger discipline doesn't go for the immediate kill. Spot 3 players does get the info though. You can see he gets spotted from over towards ramp, and now he has to fall back after the first.
Story, it's now his mission to eliminate him. He's causing so much disruption though.
The bomb was dropped as well on that flank. And Mars, he's chiming in for kills of his own. This flank has now come through. Diaz has made his way up and cannot recover the bomb. ZANNN is holding that line tough, and now Story left alone.
Gosh, just all on timings in this round, and they favor Illuminar. It's lovely trigger discipline because he gets all the information in lobby, and he even gets a kill with it.
It almost looked like he was going to miss the opportunity there. Checks over towards Trophy and gets spotted by that player.
What's important there, though, as well, is that Illuminar, they have players holding the bomb anyway, because there was a reality in that situation where Diaz, where he's not known, can just come up the vent and then come straight down and just plant on B.
That's good decision-making there. As soon as he gets spotted, rather than taking that fight, falls back a bit and isolates that one player that he can with the back turned. That's once again put for the win into this unfortunate situation with the Hero, AK, and Desert Eagles.
AK is going to have to do it all, but Ago, he actually gets the kill on towards Black Tier, and now this AK is going to be dropped.
Might be able to be recovered there behind Red Box. Player advantage here. Armor only on 1 player though. ZANNN pushing up here into the smoke. Going to go down into vents. Doesn't detect the player, and PHR, he's spotted the flank.
Masked. Oh, he's actually going to miss the shoulder. Jerks will hit the shot, and although PHR trades, it's still expensive. In the man advantage is still with for the win.
Oh no, what a shot to miss. Had the read, holding the line, but the AWP clips and doesn't land.
And now you've got the AK player. He's on the B bomb site. He's causing all of the noise, and for the win, I think they might try and head towards A.
PHR's been brought low. Going to dispose of that AWP. But they're just not aware of where these players are. They're just trying to scout this out, trying to find any information.
The good news is there's 50 seconds left on the clock, so they can keep playing with these rotations. For the win, they don't have to commit anywhere. It's a lovely reposition by PHR in the heavens, though.
These 2 pistol players with the bomb making their way onto the A site. PHR, the only defender up in heaven. The bomb, it's going to start to go down, but it's being held by that Deagle, and it reigns supreme.
And now ZANNN, as he comes up through ramp, this AK-47 that was purchased could get the kill, but he's just slipped the net. ZANNN, he hasn't really got anything to go for in this, and for the win, they steal this one away on a force buy.
He's going to try and recover this AWP that his teammate threw over here, but there's a waiting T with an AK on the other side, and there it is. Not able to recover that rifle, and it all comes off that back of that missed AWP shot. If that had hit, the whole round falls apart.
Definitely. You're completely right, and it was a lovely reposition as well from Agile just to even just stand on the AWP. He knows that Illuminar will try and put that into masked hands because he's been so successful all event. So as ZANNN rotates in, it's a perfect position for him to be in.
The AK in 4 Desert Eagles does it for the win. They even back the scoreline once again, 4-4, close as can be here. But for the T's, they're happy to keep this one even.
This is scary, though, because the economy for Illuminar, it's not great. If For the Win convert this, they reset the economy.
That's huge on this T side. Going to be given control to outside early on him, or else he wants to contest this. The smokes come down. Can actually be creeping his way through, but doesn't want to overcommit.
Spam comes in, silencer. Can't see the tracers. Mast has rotated down to support in Secret. Before the win, they want Garage.
Yeah, Secret isn't where they're after here. There's 2 AWPs in play, in fact, for the CTs, holding ramp as well. Neither of these has fired off at this stage. That flash, it's perfect. Morels, he gets spotted off the back of it.
Oh, and Black Tear's just unscoped at the worst possible moment because of the commotion in Garage. Jerks extends onto PHR. A common reaction for Illuminar is now to take lobby control at the very least.
Yeah, Black Tier, look, he can't even go back towards Heaven now. It's been compromised. DS is all the way up here with the M4. The A side's going to be completely overwhelmed, and Zan goes down.
That's it. Round done. These AWPs, they need to save. It's such a heavy investment for Illuminar, and they can't lose these snipers.
At least saving these AWPs, if they can bring them both over, that sets them up for a reasonable situation for the next round. Oh, Black Tier putting on a bit of a show here on the defense.
And now for the win, they can't really throw any more bodies at it because their finances, it's not in the best situation either. They can't throw more at this.
Does look like they should get away with these AWPs. Mast just taking a look to see if he can pull off any sort of cheeky no scopes, but not going to be delivered anything right here. And this puts the next round into a bit of a funky situation. Mask has full utility. We'll have the 2 ops. There'll just be pistols around them unless they really want to force into that.
You feel like it will just be the partial investment there. You feel like it will just be the pistols coming in, the supporting cast around these snipers, but they are going to have to be the ones to step up. They need to find the impact for Illuminar in this CT side, because otherwise for the win, they can just snowball this.
One round lead now for the win. And a potential to extend that further. 2 AWPs, a USP, a Deagle, and a PT-50. It's a bit of a weird buy.
Yeah, we've seen this just default from For the Win as well. They drop smokes outside. Aggression will actually fall placing towards Hut. Black Tier, he'll get the first and he'll reposition as well.
Yeah, they're not going to overcommit to that one. There was an opportunity there, but the timing, it was a slither. Had to get him when he was on the reload. They can't quite do it. Ramp control now is taken, though. They've heard one of those AWPs fire off, so they know that it's going to be openings elsewhere.
That's true. Oh, Rostos, he actually just lands and he just walks straight into Morels. That's a wonderful pick because now they can split the B bomb site.
Yeah, with Ramp taken over, it's just down here with the Desert Eagle. In a bit of a funky position. Are they going to be clearing this? He's able to get the kill onto the bomb carrier, but can't convert onto the second.
Was nearly a hero moment, but not to be. Masked hasn't revealed his position yet. Going to creep in towards Secret. Rostos, he's holding for it and will deliver the headshot.
He kind of swings that a little bit too wide there, and Black Tier doesn't want to lose this other AWP. Only just got their hands on both of these, and they're just removed immediately.
Felt a little bit confident after getting the first kill in the vent and tried to just keep this one in favor for Illuminar. PHR, the USP, it's all that remains.
They had 2 AWPs, and now look, going into the next round, it's just going to be M4s. They've downgraded massively off that unnecessary peak, really.
Outside smokes will come in. You have to imagine for the win, but where do they look to establish them? They're throwing in layer after layer of intricacy. They've taken Garage with them. They've taken Secret with them. They've also done splits in towards A main. This Portuguese side, you never know where they're going to end up.
It's exciting here now as for the winning, extend their lead. 2 rounds. Still close as ever here on the first map of Nuke. Those smokes going to come through. Morel, he's going to try and contest this. Pushing up here, HE does a lot of damage.
It makes it possible for the M4 to get a one-shot headshot right now, supported in by Black Tier for the win. They're not considering this.
Smokes completely block his vision, though. He doesn't get anything there. Black Tier sitting back in towards Garage. He's not getting in for it either as they just creep and crawl their way forward.
Bit more of a contact play. Rostos trying to cause a little bit of commotion. Resmoke will obscure the vision. PHR considering his position, but you've got to watch out because as for the win, clear all these angles. Masks, he's making his way towards the back of the bomb site. He could stop it all here.
It's all on him. 2 players outside, the rest towards the A side. Mask, the only defender. Morels goes down on the lurk as well, so it's all on this man. Single door gets opened up, smoke gets deployed. He's trying to play around it, trying to sit back, trying to hold for one of these peaks, but they're clearing the angles. He's able to get the first kill, but Diaz trades it out.
What's really good for the win is there's an instant trade almost every single time on all engagements. It makes it impossible for Illuminar Gaming to get a multi-kill. 4 versus 3, the bomb has been planted. Whilst Blacktear does get that kill, they're definitely going to save. Look, they're already in spawn.
Yeah, scrambling now. But the win actually even can opt to go for a bit of a hunt here if they want to. They can remove one more rifle. That then puts the next round into a not great place for Illuminar. They have got a few rounds worth of loss bonus, but it's not really enough to full invest into 3.
Potentially, but I agree with what they're doing here. They just want to make sure they secure the round. That bomb will explode. It's not going to blow up any of these players, I hope. And that means that the rebuys are significantly better for both of these teams, actually. But as for the win, elevate themselves to 7 rounds in a row. They're looking very good. It's a similar shade to what we saw against Order. It's the same amount of rounds that they got against the Aussies.
I mean, 7 rounds is enough here for the win. Even if they don't get any more, that's a comfortable position going into the CT side.
Yeah, Neokai dubs it as the Golden 6 rule. 16 side rounds on Nuke is what you should aim for. And for the win, well, they have 7 already.
An opportunity to get another 4. That'd be a mighty start here on Nuke. See if they can do it. And you can see the buy from Illuminar. It's not great. 2 Desert Eagles.
No, it's really not in the best possible position as they go to hunt outside. Rostos, he might be tested here, but Diaz, he finds the opener.
They cannot handle this aggression. These AKs are finding these openers every single time. Diaz, he's often the name at the first on the feed.
Oh, just play it ahead of the Molotovs as well. Rostos doesn't even need to see PHR.
Crumbling here for Illuminar. They still have the 3 rifles in play, but they have to make them count.
I think the issue is they've got no map control either. They're not really too sure where this is going to end up. It means they have to send bodies down towards Secret. Blacktear doesn't know what's happening outside for the win. They're in complete control of this round.
All their utility trickling away as well. Can't go for any sneaky flash plays. No incendiaries. Just a single smoke on Zan. And Diaz, he's just holding the line. Finds another kill for free. Zan is able to respond, but they know exactly where he is.
And now Mast, his position is given up. 1 versus 3 would need a quad kill to save this for Illuminar. And at this point, where you've got so many rounds behind, that you need to really go for it. He needs to just kind of give this one a go, potentially.
Yeah, they need a hero moment here, but Mask, it's not going to be presented to him. The Molotov comes through. There's no way in through heaven. They knew exactly where he was, and he's just going to have to save onto this M4.
At the very least, this was a partial investment from Illuminar. They've saved around about just over $2,000 per player, so they will be able to buy into the next. But it's a difficult question of, are they going to elect for just straight weaponry with the M4s, or are they going to buy FAMASs and just have the utility to supplement it?
Not a question you want to be asking if you are the CT side. As for the win, now 4 rounds ahead on this T side. They've already secured the first half.
But how many more can they really get? They're looking very dangerous right now. It just feels like the fundamentals and the communication is just really falling apart for this CT side. They've got nowhere to go. They don't really know what's happening.
This could be the answer, though. Mast with the AWP. So the dual AWPs come out earlier, not able to bring up anything. So looking to Mast to really make the difference here. Has to make the big green sing.
All eyes on him. Meanwhile, for the win, line up the outside smokes once again. It's early utility. Illuminar worried that there's going to be a change of pace.
PHR even getting tickled by that Molotov. Actually a hot pop in play here. The incendiary gets dropped by Zan though. He can reposition. The AWP comes through. Zan just playing around the smoke, able to drop the bomb. Even gets a second there onto Rostos. These 3 Ts, they're stuck in towards Hut still. The rotations are coming through from these CTs. That AWP, it shines true. Blacktear, he's able to drop down onto site now. We're into the 2-on-3. Evens up here now to the 2-on-2 story. That's a critical kill.
Masker's rotated around though. He's going to come through main. And now Morels could also peer up the vent. This is still winnable for the win. And in fact, Mast, he's going to go on a really big flank.
Depends how long they wait to get this bomb down. You can see how worried they are about Heaven. Story not able to provide cover. He's such low HP. 10 hit points for him. This bomb is going to go down eventually. Now Morels waiting for his teammate to come through to activate.
Story is low, and they could pinch it in on this position towards the CT vent. Noise has been made. That's provided a distraction. The grenade is actually going to finish him off. Agar, he's in the 1 versus 2.
Perfect distraction, but has to find both these kills. That's the first. Gets brought low off it and not ready for the second player. Mast, he's able to do it.
Really well played by Illuminar. They did group up. They waited for the win. They wanted to make sure that they were in a great position to plant the bomb, but doubling up with good trade spacing makes it work for the CTs. They break the streak that For the Win had. It was 5 rounds in a row, and now Illuminar answer back with their 5th.
That aggression out through HUD, it's failed for them twice now on that pistol round with the upgraded Tech 9s. They weren't able to break through, and now with the rifles, they fall short as well. There was an opportunity then, perhaps if they'd gotten that bomb down a little bit sooner, but they were just so nervous, just so unsure where these CTs were coming from, and that enabled that flank to make its all the way around.
Pause coming in. That means that Dios can get in the air. What's important to note, Illuminar Gaming, for this event, they don't have a coach. Meanwhile, for the Win, they have one, but he's very young. This whole roster is youngest roster coming into the conference stage, but he can immediately talk this out. They were on such a streak, they take a loss, they immediately call a pause. It's lovely stuff here.
It makes you wonder about sort of the usefulness of those tactical timeouts when you don't have a coach, right? Are you going to call those as the IGL just when you need a bit of a breather, just need to have a bit of a pep talk? Don't quite have someone to chime in from behind, but it is an opportunity just to slow things down.
Round number 14, closing stages of the first half. Morels taking aggression outside. They're going to need to try and clear him. Diaz will finally lose the engagement outside. He's looking for even more, but Story will capitalize.
And Morels hasn't had a lot of luck outside, but he does at least get an opening kill here. The trades come through, but zaNNN was able to find a second as well. So that's the man advantage now for Illuminar. Hasn't been a position they've been in very often here, but Mast, ooh, jerks. Just misses an opportunity here. Mast has made his way back to CT.
Got to be so careful. Crossing secret, that's been spotted most definitely. They've already got a rotation down. That MP9 can strike.
Oh, the bomb, yeah, it gets dropped. Now Mast is going to swing out, but now Jerks, he pushed up so close, he's able to capitalize on that positioning.
Man advantage favors the CTs, but there's 2 SMGs to combat this. For the Win, they're grouping outside. They need to retrieve the bomb at the first instance.
Does get picked up. Now these players, they can activate. It's actually zaNNN with the HE and the MP9 to close it out. 4 in the round for him.
Really well played, lovely response. It's consecutive rounds for Illuminar, and they get it done. It looks a little bit scary, especially when Mast is not too sure where that player is coming from in Jerks. For the Win, they're finding these little pockets of space all the way outside, and it has been biting these CTs.
Good comeback here from Illuminar late in the half. 6 rounds now on the CT side, a chance to get their 7th. For the Win, they've obviously full invested into this one. A Tech 9 on one of these players' Story, going for an aggressive peek, but the Molotov does so much damage, and zaNNN even going to find a Rostas.
Morels has done well outside. Now he challenges Diaz again as Black Tier peers his way in towards ramp. In fact, it's a more defensive approach because of the man advantage.
Morels playing around outside here, going to catch this player out in the open. Another kill given over to him outside. Black Tier positioning here with the AWP. The T's, they are making their way down to ramp. He is the one holding this position. Has to be good for a kill. The jump across, that's going to bait out the shot. Going to continue to progress on here, but the second AWP, it's rotated over, but misses as well.
It was almost a shooting gallery, but unfortunately for Illuminar, they're just wide of the scope. Black Tier is getting so many opportunities, and now they're closing in on him.
Oh, the smoke and the flash, not able to do it. zaNNN, though, he's rotated over and found 2 in the back of side, shuts everything down. Story, he has found that kill now, but the bomb, he has to recover it.
He's won 5 clutches this event. Can he make it number 6 to close out this half? 45 seconds left, and Illuminar Gaming, they're sitting back.
They know they have the advantage here. Don't over-peak this one. Story has that AWP. We're seeing what he can do with it.
They've all got kits on the board as well, so it doesn't matter if this bomb gets planted. They can all regroup together and try and retake.
Bomb is going to go down. 2 flashbangs for Story. One position has been smoked off, and he's going to reposition now.
We can see the audio cues coming into full effect. This has been a trademark for Illuminar. You can hear the control windows breaking, vents are stomping, and PHR will deliver the headshot. Illuminar Gaming, towards the end stages of the first half, do manage to secure it. They take an 8-7 close encounter in this first map of this best of 3 series. We've got Heku here on the sidelines to see what she has to offer about this match.
Illuminar managed to sneak in a few rounds in the end, but For the Win has 8 rounds on the T side on Nuke. It'll be really important on who is going to win the pistol, so we'll be back with the second half after a break.
The Cinderella story continues here for both these teams. Nuke for the wins map pick and starting strong with an 8-7 T-half.
Yeah, could not be closer for both of these teams. It felt like For the Win had Illuminar's number, but it was a perfect response. They started rotating players down early. Morels was getting aggressive outside, and it was really doing the damage to the Portuguese. So this sets up our second half incredibly nicely.
Zan, look at this man here on our screen. 19 kills, 129 ADR. He's the star here for this Polish squad, and one that has to continue to carry them in this map.
He does, but the rest of those members need to start stepping up, especially with Diaz finding the opener.
It's a huge kill to find early on here, and that's on Zan himself. Advantage here coming through for the CTs. Good setup here on the side. Actually, he goes down early. Rostos on the side. He's going to drop down from rafters and make his way through on the flank.
They definitely heard that, though. But it means that For the Win can rotate up towards Heaven. They're just going to burst out upon it. Ujox takes out PHR, but Morels with the quick trade.
Overwhelming these T-side players. They have to try and take these duels, but the back and forth kills come through. It's just Black Tier now in the 1-on-2. Already found one in the round, but has to close out 2 more, and Diaz swings on him.
Lovely retake to kick things off for the Win. They group up It was actually Arostos jumping down. He's made the noise over towards Hut. He can group with his player in towards main. It's a 2-2 split from lower floor and heaven, and it gets the retake done.
And you can see they just did not feel comfortable on that T side getting that bomb down. They have to force the plant on the open side just because they know Hut is not covered, heaven's not covered, and then all the CTs just swarm the site.
Interesting decision now. Given the rounds being so close, are Illuminar going to force back in? That kill to open up the round is immaculate.
That is critical, and it's on the big man that we were just highlighting. zaNNN removed early on. Sets for the win, up for success on that pistol. But now we go into the gun round, the full buy out from both teams. Mac 10s and Tech 9s. Spells aggression to me.
Got some utility to back this up. You can see them grouping in towards lobby. There's a player on top silo coordinating the attack.
Looking to Rostos here, playing anti-flash. Has to swing out and find these players, but it's the blinded Agile. He does the first kills. The trades come through. Agile with the MP9 is doing everything here. Story's rotated over, but everyone falls down.
Only a couple of casualties for the win. It means the rebuy is going to be a little bit less costly. That was a scary prospect with so much utility raining on in. Players are playing anti-flash. They're relying on their teammates to get the first kill, take the attention, move the crosshairs away, and it was a sublime defense.
Yeah, the full blind player gets the first kill. That's generally not how those setups play out. It's normally that anti-flash player that swings out, as you highlights, and gets the multi-frag, but Agile does it all there for them. That's going to put Illuminar now back on the back burner. Just Desert Eagles for them. zaNNN even relegated to just the Glock.
Deagles this entire event have been incredibly potent though, so let's not count them out, but it's a good start for the CTs as Arostos finds Black Tier.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the pistols. They brought for the win over in one of those rounds on the T side, right? It was the 4 Desert Eagles alongside the AK, but I don't think we're going to see the repeat of that here. zaNNN is able to get one nice juicy one tap, but can't get a second. Now he's alone.
Needs the full house for this one. Hearing in towards Garage, but there's simply too many players for the win. They start the CT side flawless.
Love to see the crowd out here for this last map of the last match, I should say, not the last map. Last match of this EPL conference stage. One of these teams goes home and one advances to the group stages.
The guns will come out. This is the true test for both of these teams on the servers. A lot of utility for Illuminar as they throw some smokes outside.
This is where Illuminar have to make something happen with these rifles. They can't let For the Win get any more of these rounds on the CT side. Diaz playing close here with the FAMAS. Doesn't quite spot the player, and he's going to slink away.
Like ships in the night. PHR creeping just as these smokes are about to fade. Nobody is home outside though.
That's getting a little bit of control and a bit of information as well. No one spotted towards Garage or Secret early on. This AWP from Story, this is the change-up.
Disciplined play from For the Win as well as Illuminar. They're holding for this aggression. But as soon as I mention it, Jerks, he's going to peek in towards radio. Black Tier's here.
This is the perfect setup. Story. As soon as he misses the shot, they're going to jump across to try and bait it out, and that's where Jerks can activate. The multi-kill potential is here if they decide to go to ramp.
50 seconds. Need to start making a move. It looks like they're going to go towards Hut, though. Yeah,
it's a fake out here, Jerks. Master's just holding the line here on the flank for Diaz. He's already slowed this down. A kill, and now Story, he activates. Jerks swings out, and that's exactly that trap sprung.
PHR is outside, though. He's currently undetected. He can flank in towards main and just fin the defense. That's a cracking headshot with the traders there.
And all his teammates have fallen. It's just zaNNN left here. We'll see what he can do, but with such little HP, it's not too difficult a task for Diaz to close out.
I like the idea from Illuminar. They just want to wait. They want to make sure that they don't get caught off guard. We've seen a lot of this from For the Win all throughout the tournament. Sometimes when the guns come out, they just really add pace. They try and take the fights straight to their opponent and really catch them off guard when the full investment comes in.
We're going to see the pace this round, I imagine. Tech 9s across the board for Illuminar. Smokes as well, so they can deploy those outside ones to keep For the Win guessing. Large amount of flashbangs as well to support, and 4 players grouping up outside here.
Might try and run it down towards Secret. Diagonal smokes are in. Diaz, he's already rotated down though.
You can drop that smoke, has a HE as well to back it up. Story just taking some pot shots here, but not being rewarded quite yet. That smoke has been deployed. The HE doesn't actually find its mark though.
That line for the smokes means that For the Win can't see from heaven. Diaz to be tested. There's a lot of Illuminar players here.
Here comes the flash, but it does not blind him. He gets up for the spray, but zaNNN, he finds the headshot. That's an opening now, and AK can also be recovered.
They can also hold for this vent rotate. Jerk's trying to do what he can over towards ramp. He's got support here.
Illuminar, they've found an opening. They've managed to exploit this way into the B bomb site. For the win, they're going to have to fight their way back in.
They need to, but Blacktear, that's a rifle that he can scavenge from main. And in fact, that will be the decision. For the win, they're going to save, and Illuminar, with the Tech-9s, make it work.
Yeah, they couldn't quite do it with the rifles, but with the limited weaponry, they go for a bit of a bolder play, a bit of a set strategy. They don't just spread out looking for the default. They go for a clear execute, and they find the opening and exploit it.
It's good stuff. Just need to make sure they hold on to the weapons that they have retrieved. Hold on to the armor to boot. For the win, saving grace for them is the story. He holds on to the AWP.
Yeah, they've also got a few rounds here as Buffer. 4 rounds the lead, and the CT side is the favored one. 64.7% or so win rate on the CT side for the win.
What's good as well, we saw it in the first half. For the win, they went up a couple of rounds, but Illuminar instantly reply, and now they can build on this. It needs to be consecutive from them. Masked will not have an AWP more notably, so Story, it's uncontested.
Yeah, yet to really see the AWP out on the T side for either of these teams so far. Story was able to find success with that setup earlier on. Utility being reined in here. A bit of a slower default this time. Morel's up on top of Silo, looking for an opening. There's no AWP on this side of the map, so he does have a bit of freedom to poke.
Grouping in towards lobby again. Even dropping a Molotov down the vents. Jerks, as a response, drops one of his own. There's fire and flames all around Nuke right now.
Moving back outside here, that bomb has been recovered. Smokes can be redeployed here for the T's. Late control towards outside can be taken now. Diaz, he's here to receive them though.
This is a little bit of an off angle as well. He's playing so far in the open. We'll need to escape. That grenade does not do as much damage as it looked from the outlines. And now Illuminar, they throw pace into this.
Oh, that spam does so much damage. Morels, he was brought low, and the lurk player was found. And Rosdos, he's now going to be tested. They're all going to be swinging through. Good damage done, even able to get the kill. It's converted though, but yes, he's dropped the bomb.
That's so important. And now he's staying alive. He's good for the multi-kill as well. Morels has not got much HP, but he starts off strong.
Would have had to find that kill there, and Diaz, he holds strong on the stairs. 3 in the round for him, completely shuts down this assault towards Secret.
Good rotations as well, dropping down in as soon as those outside smokes were deployed. Rosdos in the perfect position to slow down the execute.
They bounce back immediately. Off the back of losing to those Tech-9s, the rifles come out, and for the win, they do convert. And Illuminar, they've opted to force into this one, but they do bring out the AWP.
Makes sense because they won on that Tech-9 buy. It allows that investment. They're throwing pace at this, though. They want outside. Look at how aggressive Master is.
This is so risky. He has to get rewarded for this. No one's in garage, so he's not going to be getting the kill early on. You can see Diaz, he's holding that position, waiting for Master to overpeak it.
But Morels, he's elevated. He's on top of main. They could really split outside effectively.
He's even going to jump down now, dropping all the way around. Story, though, he's found that opening on the other AWP. A great one-tap from Morels, but the trades come through.
Man advantage still favors the CTs, but zaNNN will extend. He's picked up the AWP. And
Matt can do no wrong, can he? 23 for 15.
Trying to make it work. CTs all grouping towards top floor. Blacktear is signaling his troops to re-invade the lobby, and that might be at their cost because Agile from main, he will strike him down.
That's a huge kill. Puts them back into the man advantage now. Gonna be going for a bit of aggression here towards lobby. We often see this from the CTs late round, and they're rewarded with 2 more kills. Agile, 3 in the round for him. Does it all for the win.
Blacktear thought he had more space where the engagements were taking place outside. If they just quickly rotated in, the plan for Illuminar was to execute, maybe even group towards ramp, because that's where the space was for the win. They just constrict them on lobby.
Huge impact there. That lurk player found. Now 2 rounds, all that for the win need to take their map pick.
Tech-9s again, but we have seen Illuminar do the damage with them. They're going to group towards ramp. They're going to commit early.
Jerk's here. He's holding the line, though. Good for the first. Gonna be falling back as well. Doesn't want to overcommit to this one. Story here with the AWP. He's helping out. That's 2 for him. And Jerk's trying to find another kill, but Morels with that Tech 9 is able to make it work. But Story, he's shutting everybody down. Mars, the only one left here for the Tees. And Story removes him as well. 4 in the round and a great hold there towards Hell.
Match point on their map pick. Yeah, Jerks with the bait and switch. He gets Story set up on the angle. 20 kills for him and a quad kill in that round as well. Now it's on to Illuminar Gaming. They have another investment, but they need to be flawless. They need 7 rounds in a row to bring this one back.
Be quite the comeback if they could stage it. But the clock is ticking down. Midnight approaches, and that carriage is on its way. Utility being deployed here early on. Story, Mars, these 2 AWP players on the other side. Story, oh, just behind that smoke, but not able to spot the player.
Peeking on in. Meanwhile, Arostos, it looked like he might activate towards Hut, but instead he's just fallen off the top of it. Story gonna re-peek in behind Red. There's 2 players, and that timing, it just completely eludes him.
Almost had the chance to reposition there as well, but Morel's fantastic activation catches him as he's repositioning. That shot was fired off as well from Mars, so there was a chance there for Story to reposition and punish. But he's punished himself, and this is now a man advantage for Illuminar, but it's evened up immediately by Diaz.
Yeah, but Blacktier just through the door. He eliminates a Rostos, but the trade is in for the CTs. 3 versus 3. They need to recover the bomb outside.
But they would have been so good with these trades. Morel's a critical duel. Does take damage in the process.
That gathers space outside. He can even wrap Heaven. And with Agile going on a walk, it's now on to Jerks. 1 versus 2. Illuminar, they're grouped up in main.
Yeah, sitting in the smoke, looking to phase it. He's dropped down into vents, rotating through to B. These 2 Ts are just making their way onto the A bomb site, clearing their angles. And Jerks, he's taken the gamble, but it's at the wrong site.
He'll immediately hear this as well. Bomb to be planted. Masked even with the higher HP. There's no Bogdan's Law here. And Jerks is going to make his way, ascend up the vents.
Has that kit, has that incendiary, but has to find these kills. The door, it's closed as well, so no way through. Has to take these engagements. He's maybe found a gap here, a back turned, but no, Morels, he holds the line. And a 9th now for Illuminar.
Just on that off angle as well. Just really capitalizes upon it. Jerks, that door, it was a lot more uncomfortable as well because it was just blown open.
A clutch attempt, but not able to be converted. For the win still, though, they have the money there. They can fully invest into this one if a mass does come out. But for the most part, a full investment across the board and a chance now to still close it out.
We've seen Illuminar get around before, but what they failed to do was back it up with another one. No mistakes needed. This engagement over towards the door is going to be won out by Mast.
Didn't look like he should have run that one there. Story holding the line perfectly. Has the opportunity. But the peak from Mars comes through. Rostos, though, he's able to do it with the M4. Doesn't even need the AWP.
Both snipers removed into this one. Spray back and forth in towards lobby. For Illuminar, they can reset.
It's the battle of the rifles now. 4v4. Smoke's redeployed all these T players in towards lobby. Not yet committing.
Just holding as well. Rostos, he's just gone through the corner of the smoke, but Morels, he spots him out. That's another kill fall in favor to Illuminar.
It's a risky play and it does not pay off. Jerks now has to find a response in towards ramp. Gonna make his way up further here, playing around this smoke. But Blacktier, he's holding on the other side.
They've been doing this all game, Illuminar. They know that For the Win like to overextend in these mid-rounds, and now here's the punish.
Agile has made his way over here. A second player to support. Blacktier's still holding the line. Diaz, he's trying to push out to find the response. The spray down. It's beautiful. He even gets the 3rd. It's crumbling here for Illuminar. PHR has to find both. All of his teammates crumble. He is able to get the 1st, the 2nd onto the FAMAS player, and no, Agile closes it out.
What a wonderful performance from For the Win. They bring it back right at the end to close out map number 1. Join us in just a couple of moments and we'll break that one down.